Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the KSUIF podcast. This is episode 11, and I am your host, Matt Ackerman. Across from me, as always, is
Mike Tekeski.
And joining us this week is our good friend,
Nathaniel Fortin.
Nathaniel Fortin.
We called in an audible last-minute sub.
No offense.
I don't know if that feels good at all, actually.
No, that's good. You're a first-string sub. Come on.
Yeah. And, we also have, the entirety of IFF here.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, the two major board members. So I want to ask you guys, after April Fools, how do you feel about how IFF is just disintegrating into nothing?
It's still there, very much alive.
It is, but I want to formally
We
apologize.
retreated from everyone else. It's more just the two of us.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we're keeping that personal again.
Look,
Yeah, we're taking it private.
you're taking it private. It's a private organization, so it shares me nothing.
Yeah, it shares me nothing.
Okay,
so
then
you no longer own majority.
Then in this case, IFF means nothing, and IFF doesn't exist because if I don't have all those shares, then I guess I'm,
Yeah, but you still, we still have you under contract.
The contract is void now. If
No,
IFF
no.
dissolved, you weren't there for the meeting for it.
Yeah, no, he put me in
true.
charge. He sent me and was like, Nate, you're in charge.
That's
Yeah,
true.
whatever.
But I would
Actually,
just
I hadn't heard from him in days. And then he was like, I was going to mess with you.
Oh, yeah.
I texted him.
fun
I was like, hey, you all right? And he texted me back 4 hours later, was like, I was going to mess with you, but, decided not to. Yeah, I'm good. I was like, okay.
I thought real hard. I was like, I want to respond with, what is good?
Yeah, you were completely silent for the entire Monday, and I'm
Yeah.
really angry that you weren't there for the KSUIF meeting or the
Yeah.
IFF meeting, because the Kahoot was great, and
The
I just
Kahoot was
want to
great.
let you know.
It could have been I probably would have gotten bumped down, and you would have probably gotten.
Oh, no. See, what would have happened if I was there? We would not have played Kahoot. I would have been like, all right, we're going to play Kahoot. Ha, just kidding.
No,
And
I
then just
mean we
ended
were
it. Just
about to
ended it
leave.
and walked
The
out.
meeting was about to end, and I'm like, hold on, Anna, and she was actually serious about ending it. Hold on, wait a minute, the Kahoot, and she's like, oh yeah, sorry, oh no.
And then everyone left, and I said, I went into the speaker and I was like, okay, now that the KSUIF meeting is actually over, it's time for the IFF meeting to begin. Please gather around.
It already ended. Yeah,
And there was 5 people left in the room.
Honestly,
I got out
that's
of
pretty
that.
much how
I spoke to my audience.
That's pretty much how it would have went.
Yeah.
More so if I was there was just it ends, but then it restarts.
Yeah, the two of us walk up and
there was really only one question on the Kahoot that had to do with anything with IFF, and it was the first one.
The second one. The second one was kind of about Mike. Not the second one, but the question about who's the
The
co-host.
podcast, yeah. I'm so angry about that.
That means no one's listening.
No one's listening because everybody thought Durgy was.
Yeah, well,
They
I
put-
got it right.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah.
People who know Tekeski got it right.
Yeah.
But people who don't, they're
No, yeah.
Durgy sounds familiar.
Yeah,
God.
True.
Mike, you're a non-entity with half the.
No, that's
DMP.
totally accurate. I mean,
But,
I try to leave as little as an impact on
But,
everybody I meet.
Mike, I
possible.
just want to run this question through from the Kahoot to you because I want to see if you know. All right.
Okay.
IFF, the abbreviation, in its longest form, stands for what? Equality, justice, free healthcare, or all of the above?
All of the above.
Absolutely. Yeah, of course. IFF is the most PC film organization that there is.
Yes.
We accept everybody. I've said it so many times.
Yeah, it's so PC.
Anybody who wants to join will join. But
IFF
if they want to be knighted, that's a process. a
IFF
very
is
long
so
process.
PC that we have
too much
Steam.
red tape.
Too much red tape.
IFF is so PC that we have Steam on it, and Origin,
Yep.
and Epic Game Store.
And the Microsoft Store,
Also, don't forget the boosted boards.
the boosted boards.
Which-
they're all in the mail.
which ran you
they're
dry.
cut up in the mail at the moment.
That ran you guys dry.
Yeah, that's why we're poor. It's
No,
why
yeah.
we were looking for money, I think, in one of the questions.
Don't say that.
Stop.
Don't say that. Don't let that. We're not poor.
It's too late.
No, but I just wanted to formally apologize for the IFF podcast. That was just a mess, incoherent mess.
It was kind of meant to be an incoherent mess.
Yeah,
let's
that's
be
true.
honest.
Honestly, I didn't think it would get to that extent though. I didn't think it'd go that far. I knew it was gonna be a mess, but I didn't think it'd be that much. Of a
Who was
mess.
all involved?
Durgy, Sean, Shelby, me, and Matt.
Okay, well, your first mess was having Sean involved at all.
Honestly-
Sean actually was the most chill dude on it.
Really?
Yeah.
Usually,
Yeah.
he's the one that runs with things.
Shelby kind of made it the hell space that it was because
Oh,
she brought her
really?
cat keyboard.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that was the
Well,
one
no,
thing.
I wanted it though.
You wanted the cat keyboard,
Yeah,
but
I
that
wanted
was
that.
that was the number one thing that kind of made the mess crazy. And it wasn't that much of a mess. But like when it comes to 4 people, and like this usually happens when there's 4 people. Like we get into 2-person conversations a whole lot.
Yeah.
You mean like right now?
Well, no, not really.
No, I mean he's looking at me, but like.
Yeah, I'm looking at you because you know, and I'm not talking to you because you haven't been on here before.
No.
But like you get that sense where like if we're having a conversation, like I'm having a conversation with you right now, Nate. I'm talking to you about something. Now listen, how was your day? Listen, everything was great. That was great. Mike, just stop looking at me.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's just like
well, you're
that.
talking. So.
But then if it's just me and you, he's not talking because he doesn't have anybody to say anything to until he comes in.
I'm just gonna look at Mike while you talk.
I just interject whenever I feel like.
Yeah, but like when there's 4 people, they kind of talk in between each other, so we're having 2 separate conversations, and it makes me think of a script that has like 2 columns of like lines, and like you really gonna expect people to read this and hear all the conversation that's happening? That's
how I rate scripts.
Listen, it didn't work the first time I saw it on a thing. Anyway, where was I getting at?
I don't know. You went completely off the rails.
I did go completely off the rails, but
I like IFF's podcast.
Yeah, I mean IFF.
That skipped a couple rails too. It went off the rails to the next track next to it, but then immediately hopped 3 more.
We went so off the rails that we're now on a roller coaster. Like we're on the wrong rail. We're on the wrong track of the wrong ride.
Yep.
IFF. Wow, great.
I'm glad it went so well though.
There were actually people who were convinced. Well, like
convinced. Yeah, like, they were confused on like they're like, and then you didn't. I feel like you guys could have played it up a little bit more, but like you're like, nope, now it's just a joke, and I was just like, well,
yeah. See,
sad.
I would have waited till the end to say it was a joke.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
I didn't
want to because like. It just wouldn't have been.
That's how
because
it
then I
works.
would have had to run the entire meeting.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No. Like you saw me run that meeting. It was a hellhole.
No, that's the point.
Yeah, listen, IFF is a hellhole.
I mean, listen, the only funny thing that came out of that
hell is that allowed on this podcast?
Yeah.
We can say hell.
Okay.
You just can't say fuck.
Not too many of those.
I just let my one F word drop. Like it's explicit, but we're not vulgar.
Yeah.
How many times am I going to say that every episode?
I don't know.
We're explicit but not vulgar.
Until we stop having the same new guests and have reoccurring.
I mean, this is the new guest.
Well, no, because that's things. You say every time we have a new guest.
We've had Zach on twice. We've had Kyle on twice. We've had
that's it.
I would have loved to
Brandon
been on.
Brandon's been on twice technically.
Yeah, well,
I would have loved to have been on more, but like.
Yeah, I'm surprised we could have got you today.
Yeah,
and no fault to Aaron because I don't think Aaron listens to the podcast. He was supposed to be on.
Aaron doesn't listen to the podcast.
Nah,
Aaron Hluch.
He was supposed to be on this week or maybe next week. But if he is on next week, then
I thought we agreed next week.
I thought it was next week. I thought it was this week, but like I also thought
maybe that's why they didn't show up because they thought it was next week.
I mean, that's why I messaged him saying like, "Are you coming or did I get the dates wrong?" And like he hasn't replied to that, so I probably got the dates wrong. But if he's able to come next week, that'd be fantastic. And Jordan, we'll have Jordan back on, and hopefully his mic will actually be working this time.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm here for editing my senior project, so.
Yeah, you haven't been on to talk about your senior project. You want to do
that?
Tell us about your senior project because I'm actually interested in this.
So like, what do you want to know the plot?
What is the synopsis of the story?
So
don't give anything away.
A young man goes to a wedding for an ex-girlfriend that he kind of still has feelings for.
As one does.
And he notices as the mom walks the daughter down the aisle instead of the father because back when he and her were dating, the father died in a car crash that he felt responsible for. And that's what kind of broke them apart. They stayed friends. Obviously, he was invited to the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
He's at the reception watching him, the bride and the groom dancing and the bride and with her brother, and he's just kind of like, realizing he wish he could change things.
Mm-hmm.
And, once those words are uttered, things start to happen. Mysterious man appears tells Justin, my main character, about an app he can upload pictures to so the bride and groom can see. Little does he know, though, that this app has the power to send him back in time to when the photos were taken. So it's like an Instagram type of situation kind of thing when you upload a photo, instead of it going live, it will send you back to like when the photo was taken. So like a photo of me and you, Matt, from like back at Akron. If I were to upload that photo, I would go back to that moment of us sitting in the student union at Akron, and I'd be back in time. So that's how that's kind of premise kind of works. It kind of the idea just kind of started because I know I have probably 1,000 things I would want to change in my past.
Right.
People like everyone does.
People are like, oh, don't have regrets. I'm like, it's not that I have regrets. It's just that
you wish like you could have done this thing.
I wish I would have said something to a girl, or I wish I could have not gone out to a party because
like if I knew then what I know now.
Yeah, if I knew then what I knew now, things could be different. And that's what Justin kind of tries to embark on. He tries to go back and change the events of the night where everything kind of went wrong. And it's kind of a Groundhog's Day effect where he kind of keeps failing, so he keeps going back and kind of reliving, not the same day, but days over again because he's trying to get it right. I thought about doing the same day, but you run out of possibilities on how to change things after a while. So I kind of have him going farther back in time each time to trying to change things. And I guess you'll have to watch it to see how it ends.
Yeah, if it's in top 10 for the senior showcase, or if you post it somewhere.
I'm hoping to enter it in the
Kent State Film Festival.
The KSUIF Film Festival.
Nice. KSUIF presents the Kent State Film Festival.
Yes, because you can't say it without saying presents by KSUIF.
Otherwise, there's copyright problems.
Yes, because it's not Kent State's Film Festival.
We're hosting it, so we have to say that we're doing it. So,
unlike my project, which will not be submitted.
I mean,
but if you want to watch it, it's called "Hey Ghost, It's Me, Matt," and it will be on YouTube.
That's what my project is called.
That's what he's saying.
Nate,
if you want to watch it,
called?
It's called Photo Reprise, which is the name of the app. Photo Reprise.
It's really nice. I read the script.
I have to.
I really enjoy it.
Thank you.
I really do. I actually think it's very unique because there's like when I first heard about it and like I heard the story, it reminded me of what was that one movie? Like I remember you recommended it to me on Netflix.
Yes, I do. It was
like the photo booth.
Yeah. When we first met.
Yeah, when we first met.
With Adam Driver.
Not Driver.
Divining, something like that.
Adam Devine.
Yeah, Adam Devine. It's a very similar premise.
Except, I mean, it is a very similar premise but I know the script, so I won't give it away. But like it's a different like line of direction that you're taking it.
This idea came before I even really saw the movie, so it's not like I stole the idea.
And I mean, it's completely different anyways.
But it's kind of like there's like a bit of a butterfly effect in there because how one thing can change everything. For people who've ever seen the movie The Butterfly Effect, which is not many actually.
What'd you do over there?
I moved my chair back, and now the chair wheel is stuck in my bag thing. So like, hold on.
So okay,
so we're gonna talk about Matt fix that, but
we're good. Don't worry about
it's one of my favorite ideas that I'm working with right now. I kind of combined it with another idea I had, which was
Oh wait, your
project
script that you wrote for script writing?
No, I combined it with
or that other thing for
producing, directing, the one that you acted in. I'm blanking on it was called What If.
Oh yeah. And
it's kind of like the idea that two timelines split off into one, depending on like a matter of seconds. How everything happens for a reason. So
to put it into perspective, if you watch the episode of Psych, where
it's called Right Turn or Left for Dead.
Yeah,
that episode.
Wow.
If you watch that episode, Sean is in a taxi, and in one variation he's still with Juliet, and in the other he's by himself. And the cab turns left and right.
Right. So basically, it's like how one instance. So in one timeline, you have to run back because you forgot your keys, but in the other timeline, you picked them up on your way out the door. That matter of seconds could change you meeting the girl of your life. Could change you getting into a car accident. that type of situation.
Yeah.
That's the original idea I had, but I was having problems coming up with like why the timeline changed, like what made the timeline change and why. You know, did he meet a girl? Did he get in a car accident that changed his life? I was trying to find out like a story behind it, and I just couldn't get anything going. And then the idea of photo reprise popped up, and it's kind of along the same lines of, you know, changing things. If I could ever come up with a good idea for the two timeline situation, I would definitely want to try to work that back in, because it was a good story. I just have to figure out why it's important to tell.
Right. What's up? What are you looking at me for?
We might have a special guest coming in.
Oh, we might actually have a special guest?
We might actually have a special guest.
Did he remember?
Yeah. Well, no.
Oh.
No, he did. His tour went on for too long, but he'll be here in the middle.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
Yeah.
But yeah, all filming's all done for my senior project. I'm just in the editing process.
How long did it take you to film?
Wasn't it just 2 days?
I just had 2 days of filming. I had 3 days scheduled. Had some scheduling issues with some actors. An actor quit on me 2 days before production. I lost locations. I had to scramble around to get a new location, which ended up working better because the new location was only $100 more or $10 more than the other location I had, and it was nicer.
Yeah.
So that was nice.
And then you lost your script super.
And yeah, you did.
I lost my boom operator never showed up. So I had to improvise on that.
Was that you?
No, it wasn't me.
It was one of my friends from Akron. He just never showed up.
I looked at you because I thought that was you.
No, I was the script super.
I lost my script supervisor.
Oh, yeah, you with the script.
I lost both my PAs, and on the day of filming, I lost my actor again.
That's why.
It was a terrible time.
I recast
for everybody doing a senior project.
I recasted the groom after my old groom quit.
And then you try to get me to be the groom.
I tried to get Mike to play the groom,
but I didn't have a suit.
He didn't have any tux or a suit, anything to wear.
Right, yeah.
So then I recasted the groom again. He didn't show up that morning. He was a roommate of my lead. He said, I tried. I said, don't worry about it. Call him, see if you can get him here. I sent my brother out to go get his suit from home. It was not ideal because...
it still kind of worked out, though. I've seen it in editing, and it looks fine.
Yeah, but the part that abandoned me, I had 2 runaway grooms. It's a smaller part, but it's important because it tells more of the story. But I think my brother did a wonderful job filling in.
See, at that point, I feel like I was like a third string sub in. So I mean,
no, at that point you would have been right when my groom quit.
Oh, is that when you messaged me?
The first time when my groom quit, I texted you because you and Shelby have worked together before, and I thought you could still play that like other half.
Yeah.
And I was looking for someone who was more like clean cut and like.
Oh, I'm not clean cut. Did you see my scruff on my
yeah,
face?
But it's not clean cut with like beard, but like a well put together like.
You're cut.
Man,
you might not be clean. But you're cut.
But like you look like you would be someone getting married.
Right. I'd shave my beard, only keep the mustache. You know.
Like the word that I would use is like distinguished.
Distinguished.
Yeah.
Distinguished.
Yeah.
You guys are being too kind.
And then
I use that word a lot because no one knows what the word is.
But you were unable to, which was fine.
Well, I didn't have my suit. My suit was.
I thought you were supposed to bring it back because I thought we were gonna go to Franklin.
Oh yeah, we were gonna go there for all the grads were going.
Yeah, so you might have to run up and get it one weekend.
I'm going back home for Easter, so I'll get it then.
Okay.
I almost forgot when Easter was, and I just
it's
2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. It's like the 19th.
Yeah, there's a whole lot. There's a lot of stuff happening this month that is just like plan it now. When it comes to it, freak out.
Dare I say it's the end game for seniors.
It is the end. We have how many more episodes? When are we done?
First week of May, I think is the last.
This is the 11th. We have 15 episodes of the KSUIF podcast, not counting the IFF.
Yeah, not counting the IFF.
So Monday, on the 8th. 11 comes out. 12 or 15th, the 12th, 13th on the 22nd.
Maybe 4 if we do one May 3rd.
If we do one May 3rd, yeah.
But
then also, do we want to end it after Endgame? I don't think we want to.
Well, so can I say that the May 3rd one we're gonna do live?
Yes. The last episode of the KSUIF podcast is gonna be live.
Special guest Anna
Katzis, president of KSUIF. We can finally get her to talk.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
She agreed?
I mean, she wants to, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
After I pitched the idea that we're gonna do it live.
I would like to come back at some point as well.
Yeah.
Call time
Are
for
you seeing-
Eden has been pushed to 3. That's fine.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Are you gonna see Endgame?
Yes, I plan to see an Endgame.
Did you get your tickets?
I have not. I've been busy with senior project that things kind of got pushed around.
Yeah.
I got lucky because Matt basically bought 2 tickets.
Yeah, Kyle Eads, last time he was on the podcast, he mentioned something about getting an entire theater full of DMP people.
Yeah,
and he messaged me saying, yeah, we're going to do, like, Kent Theater at 6:30 on Thursday. And I'm like, okay. That was Tuesday, and I think I got to it on, like, Wednesday morning, and I checked, and there were, like, 5 seats available, and, like, 4 of them were up front. And that's a pain in the ass. I hate sitting up front, but for this movie, I'm willing to give it that leeway.
I mean, if you're in the theater with like the recliners, you putting it back will at least help a little because
I'm so thankful that they have recliners now, so like the front seats just aren't bearable. I mean, sorry, I heard like
that was Nate.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's probably my feet.
Yeah, I can hear like taps and stuff, and I'm waiting for a knock at the door.
Oh yeah.
But like, I went in there and I got the 2 tickets. I got it from Mike. Because I didn't hear from Mike at all for like on Monday or whatever, so I was like,
I took a sabbatical.
Yeah, he took a sabbatical.
Not really.
Honestly,
I mean, you took a break, but like
I was here physically, but mentally I was not here. Anyone you talk to will admit that Nathaniel was not here.
Yeah, I mean, we're never like we all space it. We're all kind of like
we're all pretty much though exhausted from working on senior projects.
Like spring, like you can tell, like if you listen from. Like,
we did not have a spring break.
No, I had 1 day off over spring break, and it was Wednesday, and I sat around watching movies.
I took the weekend when spring break started to go home, see my family, and then up until Tuesday or Wednesday is when I came back because I was like too exhausted. So I kind of had a spring break, but it was mostly me just like spend time with my family and friends from back home, and then basically sleeping. And then when I came back, I just was right back into it.
I don't have friends from back home. All my friends are campus.
Kent State people. A lot of my friends from back home are usually on campus, but also a lot of my friends from back home are just from people from high school that I don't talk to anymore.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, the only.
I don't talk to. You are the only person from Stowe that I talk to.
I mean, I talked to my buddy Xavier, but
yeah,
he's about the only one from Stowe that also isn't a friend from here. That I talked to.
I wonder if that's just because
he
like, you guys
had a
are
baby.
So close.
Did I tell you that?
Yeah, Xavier had a baby.
Yeah, little Avery.
I have to say Xavier because I know of a Xavier, but it's Xavier.
I just wonder if like because like you guys don't have any friends from back home because you guys are so close to Kent.
I mean,
honestly, no. I just don't have any friends from that I'm close to from high school anymore. It's just, I mean, I didn't have a lot to begin with. So having friends from back home would just be people from Stowe that I hang out with, but I don't really have that. It's just I don't have that kind of.
I don't have many. I have my one friend who basically I've known since preschool. Like me and him have always hung out together.
I've always had like long-term friends, but like there are times where like the people that I talk to from high school, they either show a side of them that I just don't want to associate myself with.
Yeah. I
and like
that. Yeah.
What is it? Like I think I had one friend from like all the way to middle school, and then like when I started coming to Kent, like I just stopped talking to them because they became like completely racist and xenophobic. It was the worst experience I've ever had in my life, but I was very eager to just drop them, and I did.
I mean, I've had a lot of friends in the past who seemed friendly to my face, but then I found out that they were not very nice behind my back.
Yeah.
And so I had to cut ties from those people because like it's just toxic.
Like there's
some people are just toxic.
Like
to be around.
let's
even like people who you know are your friends, sometimes they're not very good people.
Like let's
in
be.
general.
I like this episode of the podcast. There's not a lot of whole things have come out,
Yeah.
so we don't really have to talk about a whole lot.
I mean, the
But
Joker trailer came out.
Yeah, the Joker trailer came out, but we can talk.
I
about
haven't
that
seen it. I mean, I saw photos, but
It's okay.
It's good.
DC had kind of. I'm
They're
not
like-
really like, ooh, DC, gotta go see that movie. No.
DC's. I think honestly, after Shazam, they've been getting better. Who could that be?
And there was a knock at the door for anyone listening.
Oh my God! It's the Aaron Hluch.
Hello, Aaron Hluch.
Oh, I'm so late.
Yeah.
I'm so
Don't worry, you're only like halfway through the podcast.
Oh, I'm so dumb and late.
Aaron has entered the chat.
Do I get a pair of sweet headphones, or is it just
No,
I
it's
think it's
just
just
Matt
this.
because he's
Here.
the host.
Figure
and he
out
has to-
how.
Okay.
I want to be sure
How
that we
am
can
I?
hear you.
Unique New York.
Yeah. Say
Red leather,
Irish,
yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather.
Irish wristwatch. Say that 5 times fast.
Iris.
Red leather, yellow leather.
Iris's
red
wristwatch. Iris's wristwatch.
Irish's wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
Hey, great! I love that.
Okay.
That's a good thing.
All right. Are we allowed to swear on this podcast?
I mean, you're allowed one swear.
All right. Well, I'm a fucking idiot.
Yep.
And I was.
There it is.
I forgot about it. 100%.
To be
I
honest,
got the end of my tour and I saw Matt's message like, "You still coming?" Or it's like, "Oh."
I was like, "Are you still coming?" Or did I get the dates wrong? Because Mike was like, "I thought they were next week." I'm like,
Yeah, because I thought I talked to you
"Oh
in
man,
lighting.
you should have said that." I absolutely would have claimed that it was next week.
I mean,
Because
like,
I thought we talked in lighting before break how it was going to be you and Jordan on the 12th. Because I asked you if you could do it the 6th, and you were like, no, I can't.
No, I could do it on the 6th.
Okay, because I remember
I'll
saying
come
that.
back on the 12th.
You know today's the 5th.
today's the
I
5th,
know.
not the 6th.
Not the 6th.
We don't even know what date this podcast
I just know
is
that
going
12th
I'll
on.
is
come
next
back on
week.
the 12th if you'll have me. I'll be with
Yeah,
Jordan.
like you can. Yeah, come on.
I'll stare at Jordan across the way. How's it going, Nathaniel?
It's going
Also,
good,
we
man.
didn't
How you
introduce.
doing?
We didn't
Pretty good,
introduce
pretty
anything.
Joining us now.
Joining us now is
Well, I did say Aaron.
My name's Aaron Hluch, and I'm a junior in the digital media production program, and also a tour guide, which explains why I was A, late, and B, forgot about this podcast.
he was showing everybody. Excuse me, you can never forget about this podcast.
No, I did.
Obviously,
I
people
found
do.
a way.
You found a way.
There's a podcast.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
God, we're going to get sued by Nickelodeon.
Viacom.
Dan
is gonna
Schneider
come
is going
straight
to
at us.
rise out of the Phoenix ashes after he got canceled for, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know.
I mean,
we don't have to go there.
we
things he
already.
did. What do you mean? What do you?
I
don't know what
mean,
you're
there.
talking about.
Look, Dan Schneider had some weird things afoot, but he's pretty.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
And there we go. I don't have to say anything else about that. That
He
phrase.
ruined people's lives.
He
Matt.
did ruin people's lives, but you know his life should be ruined in return, and I think that's
wow.
His life is already ruined. Have you seen a picture of him?
yeah.
Fucking terrible.
But
Ugh.
Aaron, you didn't miss much. We just talked about just friendships and
No, we
basically-
talked about Nate's project and
Nate's
how
project as
that
well.
went, and
Yeah.
then also we dived into just how when people talk about you behind your back, it's like not a cool thing. when
Yeah,
people
we're
suck.
talking about when your friends
Oh.
actually treat you
Yeah,
like
because I
crap
mentioned
behind your back.
how over spring break, not a lot of us had spring breaks, but like I just went home to like sleep, see my family, and like hang out with some friends back home.
Aaron had a fun spring break.
I did. I went to Niagara Falls.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we went for the first day, and then
Canada
after
side
that,
or U.S.
Canada side.
No one cares about the U.S. side.
Yeah,
it's kind of boring.
that's pretty fair.
There's nothing on the.
I
US
found
side.
out that Horseshoe Falls is the one you see in all the pics. Like no one really gives. Can I? Do I really only get one swear?
Okay,
It's half of my vocabulary, Matt.
That's true. That is
You want to
true.
have my swear?
Just-
I don't think I've cussed yet.
hold
did
on,
say that.
everybody. We gotta stop, and we have to let Aaron say his word.
I was just gonna say no one gives a shit about the.
You can say shit.
That's
Oh,
You just
not bad.
We're running on TBS terms here. Plus one fuck, 2, 3.
There's 3 now. There's
Maybe.
3.
We're
Wait. TBS. You can say shit on TV now.
yeah. You can say shit on TBS.
can say-
you ever
yeah.
watch Conan?
Well,
Yeah,
I've
but
never heard him
that's
say
after
shit.
10 p.m.
Oh
Yeah.
well, you know what? This comes out.
Hey,
This
it's
comes
10
out after
PM.
10 a.m.
It's 10 p.m. somewhere.
This comes out on like at noon, and like also it's Spotify.
Yeah,
and,
when
like,
Also,
when everyone's day drinking, so.
But like as this podcast has gone on, we've just let more swears in.
Well,
we just
and as long as no one says anything, we'll be fine.
Like just don't be so like.
As long as we don't get complaints.
Like just don't be completely vulgar, where it's like
I understand.
look at this F word.
Just C word.
Yeah, like look.
That's a punch in the face.
Look at this coconut. Like I just like
Matt, I think you're going off the rails again.
Yeah. We've been going off the rails. We have nothing to talk about this week. It's been great.
Did you guys talk about the Dora Explorer trailer? Was that brought
I
up?
saw that, but
where Dora's a teen now?
Yeah.
Which
that,
I don't.
I mean, I
Cousin
guess
Diego, you're so tall.
Come on, just get a really good kid actor. Honestly, the fake trailer
you know what?
that was it College Humor that made the fake trailer?
Yeah,
like,
they did that with Ariel Winter.
With the sister from Modern Family, Ariel Winter was in it, and it looks better than this. I don't know. They did get basically every single popular Hispanic actor that I've ever seen, so like kudos to them on that. Eugenio Derbez is like the #1 actor in like the Latin American market.
Yeah.
And then Dora's parents are hot. You see that? Michael Pena and Eva Longoria?
Yeah.
She got hot mom and dad.
You know what bothers me about the Dora Explorer trailer? And it's the only one.
The fact that you don't see Swiper?
Wrong.
Is it that Danny Trejo is Boots? That's true.
No.
Yeah,
it's not
true.
What?
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to know the fourth thing that bothers me about
What's
the Dora?
the fourth thing that bothers
It's
you?
that they could have tried to at least make her not look like a cartoon with the goddamn thing she's wearing.
You mean the exact outfit that she wore?
The exact like pink T-shirt and like
Yes,
shorts.
obviously, Dora the Explorer wears the only two colors that she likes every day. It's always a pink shirt and orange shirt.
Also,
Shirts, orange
they
shorts.
definitely derived from the fact that she's not teaching Spanish anymore. She's just full on English.
No. She's not going to teach me Spanish.
Nope. This movie will not teach you anything.
I took 2 years of high school Spanish and didn't learn anything. Dora taught me more than 2 years of high school Spanish.
Well,
I can tell you my
this Dora-
bike is yellow in Spanish. Do you know what it is?
This Dora will not help you with
It's
that.
mi bicicleta es amarilla.
what?
My bike is yellow. That's my bike is yellow in Spanish. That's about the only thing I can say.
Fiesta.
Fiesta
en mi pantalones.
Taco Bell taught me a lot of Spanish.
I mean,
I
Baja
don't speak
Blast.
Spanish. I took sign language.
We are being
I took only one semester of that.
I took 3
insensitive.
semesters.
We are being very
Ooh.
insensitive
At
to
Akron.
the Spanish speakers.
How much do you remember?
Good deal portion.
A part of me wants to start speaking in sign language.
Go right ahead, Elf.
Speaking? What the hell
I
am
know.
I
Signing.
I
saying?
mean, that's technically speaking.
No,
It's
signing.
signing.
It's
called
signing.
signing.
Yeah, but you're like that sign. It's a language.
I love
And
how
you were making
whenever
words.
anyone ever talks about sign language, they do bullshit hand movements to just.
Do you know what I'm saying there, buddy?
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying.
Like, I call this a rolling wave. No one can see exactly what you're doing, but it's not good. It is not. It is not PG.
Can we get some?
What did you just do, Nate?
Wait,
Did
wait,
you,
wait,
like,
wait! Everyone quiet! Everyone quiet!
Get out of here.
That was the
Leave.
sound of me doing the "fuck you."
And there
Oh,
goes
that's
another
5.
one.
Is that
There
4 or
goes another one.
5?
I
That's
remember-
number 5.
I remember on like what was it, Monday during lighting when I said when you're on the podcast, Aaron, it's gonna get insane.
Insane.
Insane in the membrane.
And like
Alright,
it's
that's a little
it's kind of getting there, and we all keep
Alright,
hitting the
next
tables.
week-
And I'm going
sorry.
to
Next week with Jordan, because Jordan's very loud, and then I get very loud around Jordan.
Yeah.
If,
Yeah.
if
Me
we're
and
doing it
Jordan-
with
me and
it's
Jordan
gonna be
have
bad.
beef still.
What's your beef with Jordan?
Oh, it's there.
I have beef with
There's
Jordan too.
There's no beef in America.
He
What are
said
you
he was
talking
gonna
about?
steal my crew.
Oh yeah,
Ooh.
yeah, that's right. I
like
went to
your
help.
friends or like. on
Well,
your
no,
phone?
for
No,
a senior
not my
project, I told Nate that I can't help him with his because Jordan might need me. Because Jordan didn't sound like he had a lot of crew to help him. Like he said, like when I helped him, I was his DP, and his DP couldn't show up to help so I helped him. Then the next day, his sound mixer wasn't there, so then I was like, all right,
He had
I'll
a
be
rotating
sound-
crew,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
which is not something you definitely want to be having.
Well, I luckily
I mean, if
know.
you got generally the same like. Well, he had different DPs, right?
Yeah.
You just said.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like he told me to
Interesting.
the day when I was there.
different DPs, a different sound mixer apparently.
Yeah, the day I was there to do DP for him, he was like, make sure it's not in like 25 or like make sure like the frame rate is at like. So I think it was like 29 point something.
He said he had it at like 25 for the shutter speed.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, Jordan.
Yeah.
That's so slow.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And he was like, make sure the shutter speed is not like at 25. I was, or like, he was like, make sure you're being cautious about that. I was like, all right, got it. And because apparently the person before I took over had it there.
How many DPs did he?
I don't know who it was.
How many DPs did he have?
I don't know. I don't really remember. I think he.
How many Doc Peps?
He said like
Dr.
58
Peppers
DPs.
I actually don't know.
Can I ask why he decided to use a task cam or get a task cam instead of a?
I think they were out.
Really?
Yeah.
This is getting a little niche even for my. I could not tell you what the detriment of using a task cam is.
It's not. It's just. It's like from the like 70s.
Yeah,
it's just older.
It's like the F4 of like the 80s.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
But like it's the F4 of the 80s, but it's like an H4n.
Yeah, I think that's all they.
Not very good.
SRL had.
Well, okay, hold on.
Except for the fact that they had zooms. He got 2 zooms.
I just pulled out an H4n here. Now think of a task cam as like the steampunker version of it.
I like how you're holding it up for us.
I'm holding it up for you.
Everyone,
this
this is great for the.
This is really good for the audio.
Yeah, I mean, like,
podcast.
look, like, oh wow, look at this. You can also like turn this.
I'm pretty sure there's also task cams that are more like the F4 as well.
Yeah, there's also like stuff that are like, but like they're also bulkier in a way.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, good thing I know a little bit on how to use that and how to sound mix because he had me doing that on the second day, and I was more cautious doing that than doing working camera.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because like if you screw up audio.
Yeah, like I mean,
I had to do sound mixing for my own senior project on Sunday because I didn't have anyone to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you were gonna have me do that for that wedding thing, and I was like, I don't want to mess with that because it's a big.
It's a
big area.
I keep getting people that are just like, you should go in like the wedding business, and I was like, if I screw up a wedding video,
no, God,
I'm gonna get murdered in the street. What are you talking? No, don't do that.
Well,
I think you know who won't care are the guys. It's the brides that will take you out
women,
back.
am I
right? But my thought for like a doing a wedding video, I would just film the entire time and just get as much coverage.
Set up like 5 cameras and just roll with it.
Well, no, like if it's just me, I would just be filming and just switching batteries and cards.
But like you know,
just go the entire day just to get as much coverage of everything as possible.
Oh yeah.
Then I can be like, okay, I'm just gonna edit.
But you know what?
Or you get one of those expensive drones that just tracks people, and you put one on
in
the
a
groom,
wedding,
one on the bride. It doesn't matter how loud
just put a GoPro on top of their face, so like you get the full-on POV of a kiss.
You can just hear the in the air as they're reciting their vows.
If anyone here has any reason as to why these two should not be wed, please speak now
you
or
know,
forever
that,
hold your
sir.
You have to lob.
You're drunk.
So
You
I
have to
looked that
lob
up
them
because I mean I have like a wedding scene in my film. That dialogue is actually only said in the films.
Yeah.
It's not
I know
ever
that.
Used.
No one ever says that. Like
it's only used in like films to like
to add drama in case anyone wants to.
Which is something I did because I needed to add drama, and so it's added in there.
I love that is literally just.
I just want to
for a segue. Like there's no segue, so you have to make one.
How great would it be though if like they don't say it, and someone makes a movie and they don't say it, but then there's just someone who stands up.
I object.
Like, sir, you can't object.
I want to know.
This is a wedding.
I want someone to do that now.
Hold
just,
your
like,
drama
make a movie,
for later.
They don't say that. That's not a line in the movie, and just have someone interject.
Or the
challenge
guy,
accepted.
The guy who loves the bride, he is waiting for the guy to say it, but he never does, so he never has the chance to say anything, and they get married, and he's like, son of a bitch.
Oh, he didn't say.
No, it's like the guy's raising his hand. He's like, wait. I got something to say. They kiss and like, no, wait, come on. I had the answer for that question.
Now it's arbitrarily official.
It's actually not official until the witnesses sign it.
It's actually not official until they put it up on Facebook.
No witnesses.
Because I was the best man for my brother's wedding, and I got to sign the
that's where you got that snazzy Facebook header.
Yes.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes.
I've been to people's Facebook profiles.
I don't know.
It took me a minute. I was like, what are you talking about? And then I was like,
After I said it, a part of me was like, was that too in depth? Was that?
Wait, what are you talking about?
The header, like the long photo of my profile.
The long photo. Oh, this one. It's a wedding.
It's me and my brothers and my father before the wedding.
Looking snazzy.
Yeah, looking real snazzy in a train car. That was a very nice place to get married down in Florida.
In a train cart?
Train car? No, that's just where we got ready.
Oh, I thought you guys got married.
No, it was a moving train.
It was a moving train.
It was like an old train car that like they set up for like the men to get ready in.
I hear if you're moving.
It was the wedding on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's just like with the rules.
What a movie!
What a movie!
If you're on a boat, the captain can wed you, but if you're on a train, you have to be moving fast enough.
And then the conductor can.
Yeah,
do it.
the conductor can do it.
I was gonna make
especially if you're crossing straight lines.
I was gonna make
state lines. I mean,
straight lines.
Straight lines. State lines. I meant state lines.
You're within state stature.
Yeah. State stature.
Stature.
Well, I'm glad you guys had me on because going on a podcast is a rite of passage for a white man, and so I've done it today.
Which we all are.
It's really if you're a
Except
white guy
me.
living today, it's only a matter of time before you go on a podcast.
Either you go on a
I guess
podcast
that's
or you
true.
try to start a podcast.
Yeah,
What
and
are
if
you
you
trying
don't
to
do
say?
either of those, when you turn 50, you buy a Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that moment.
Or you try to learn guitar at the age of 50.
Yeah,
Guys, stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick
Oh,
up
man.
drums when I turn
Which
45.
means is my father.
Damn, I'm early there.
Hey, good for him though. You
Yeah,
know?
every Thursday night downtown Woodsies, he goes to lessons.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, good for him.
That's nice.
I'm just
that's
learning
like
on my
one of the
own.
least destructive midlife crises.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just learning on my own, so I'm ahead of the curve, I guess. Except for that Harley. I'm waiting for that.
you.
Oh, good for you.
I still
but
live,
wait.
I think 3 of us still live with their parents.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Wait,
I have my own apartment. Matt's just trying to
Dead
figure it out.
wait. Who else lives with their parents here? Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike. Yeah, you live on your own.
Yeah, I live by
But
I
you
live
go
by
you
myself.
go up to Cleveland.
Yeah, I
every now and
visit
again.
them every once in a while.
I just
Yeah.
live with my parents.
Listen,
my parents are
because-
like
It's cheap.
some of my closest friends.
Yes,
so-
it is. I live with my parents because it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, we live like literally like 10 minutes away from campus.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Very
like-
true.
Like
Yeah.
why?
Very true.
Why?
I told my parents I wanted to live on campus, and they asked me, "Why would you do that?"
Yeah, they're like
and I
exactly
was
what my
like-
parents
away.
said. I was like, I want to move in with a friend. They're like, why? I was like, because I want to get better college experience, like on campus.
Like there's not really. Like you just stay on campus.
To be honest, though, I did get it 2 years when I lived with my friend at Oaks because we were literally right across the street from campus. We were right across the street from Tri-Towers.
Yeah.
So it was like
What,
we could.
Oaks? Yeah.
Yeah. So like we could just like our apartment was
I will
literally
never
on the corner.
I would have never lived at Oaks.
It's expensive there.
Well, not that, but it was a 55 and older retirement home that my grandma used to live
Oh,
at.
yeah, yeah.
And they were the campus was like bought it out. It was like all old people must leave.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it was bad.
My friend
so
told
I
me
was
that
like,
when I
I
moved
will
in.
never live there. So I bring it up anytime. It's like, oh yeah, I live at Oaks. I'm like,
Wow, I didn't know that.
My friend Mike
Yeah.
lived there, and like
name's Mike.
he paid like $800.
Shut up, Mike.
His name is Mike McGackey. Hi, Mike, if you're listening to this. I don't know
not.
why you
Probably
would be.
not.
But Mike lived in University Oaks, and he was like $880 a month.
No, that's for a single. That's
Yeah,
for a single,
for a single. And you would walk in, and it was like navigating a tiny maze, because like the
Yeah.
walls were so close together, and
Yeah.
you would just like move. You would have to make like
Oh,
4 turns to
I've
get
never
to
been into one of the
the living room.
singles, but like the 2-person.
you walk in, there's a wall. It depends on which side. You either have the living room on your right or the kitchen on your left, or vice versa, depending on the side.
Yeah.
And then there was a hallway that went straight back to one bedroom, and then there was a bedroom on your right, and then a bathroom on your left, or vice versa.
I miss that.
I remember
apartment.
that
dragon
layout
shaped
so
cake in
well.
there one time.
I stayed with my grandma a lot when I was younger, like especially on the days I was sick. My mom would drop me off there for the day or the week if I was really sick, and I would just live with my grandma while I was sick, which I never understood. Like, I guess she didn't want to get my brother sick was a thing, so like I just went and stayed with my
Sure.
grandma. But like just countless times of like being in that apartment was very.
Yeah.
And then like I went to visit it when it was Oaks, and I'm just like, I don't like this.
Yeah,
This
it's gone. Some of the apartments at Oaks are really bad, like really
Yeah.
garbage.
So
And like the one I was in, even the like drawers and stuff, like the cabinets and everything, in the kitchen and even in like the bathroom, like I specifically remember a lot of them are just like broken, and like when you open the cabinet in the kitchen, like under the sinks, like under the sink specifically, it was just like almost like it looked rotted.
Probably. I mean,
like it's an
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's all about.
At University Oaks.
let's also talk about the renovations they did to the basement of the student center. I don't know why, but I really want to talk about that.
Talk about. Do you guys want to talk about movies?
What movies? There ain't no good movies out
Listen,
there.
I was looking up the Dora the Explorer movie thing, and like of course I just type in Dora the Explorer and the show comes up.
Yeah.
And I
there was
can't.
a show.
Yeah, and like
It's based on
there's
something?
Based
like
off a book.
you know how like there's Google user reviews for
Yeah.
like their shit. Like this here's what it was for Dora the Explorer, and I found this one. I thought it was very entertaining.
Is that why you looked over at us? And, like,
That's
was,
why I was just
laughing?
like what is this? Like who
I'm glad you stopped
what
yourself
what person
for
would
the
write this?
sixth one.
Listen, I mean, look. Here's a review by Erilyn Phillips 4 months ago. I absolutely loved this as a kid, but then I outgrew it, and now, having the internet, I absolutely despise it. By the way, for all of you that still love this show, I recommend the theme song backwards with lyrics for you. Dora is also just a fat 4-year-old in this version that had to burn off thousands of calories she gained. That's the entire reason she went exploring. She knew she was fat. That's why she's skinny in the version that ended in 2017. She's been exploring, exercising, for 14 years. Dora and Friends Into the City was the worst birthday present ever in 2014. It came out on my birthday.
What kind of nervous breakdown is this guy having?
Also, I want to know,
is there any
how much
punctuation
research did this guy do to find all these facts?
I don't know. But like, and then of course, like,
He's like, I'm done with it, but let me show you all this research I did.
like,
If you'll turn
she
your
was
attention
just
to
a
slide
fat
forward.
4-year-old who knew she was fat. Does anybody, when they're 4 years old, give a shit about
Wait,
their
how
weight?
old was Dora supposed to be in the original series?
Also, I didn't
I
think
thought
she
it was like
fat.
around 8.
She was enough to go out on her own, I guess.
She wasn't fat. She was just a cartoon
She always
drawn without much detail.
No, you know who's fat? Patrick.
Patrick is fat. Here's
We're talking about Patrick Starr, I'm assuming, and
Yeah.
not just like a random
All
Patrick.
right, now we're back in entertainment.
No. No,
Here's-
that's it. I was just calling out someone named Patrick.
here's another negative review from Jacob Beclaire.
All right, after this, we got to talk about the student center basement,
Yeah, of course. I mean, absolutely.
After
I
this
haven't been
review.
down there in forever.
and then
And there's a
movies.
reason.
Yeah, and then movies. This
yeah,
guy
I
says,
just
I
stopped
really
going there."
despise this show so much. Even when I was little, I still hate the show so much. A bunch of exclamation points. I
Why are
tried
you
watching a
talking
few
about it then?
episodes,
I don't understand.
but none of them gave me the heart for it, or the heart of it. The story for every episode here is just boring. It's full of interruptions, and the education skills are awful. I mean, why would some girl tell me to scream? Most of voice acting is annoying.
What is
Weird
going-
capitalization on annoying. Mostly the voice actor for Tico and the map, which was the
Tico and the Map is my band
which was
name.
the most annoying, and that
Who
was
was
also
Tico?
capitalized.
Who was Tico?
Who was Tico?
I don't know.
Tico? Let me look up Tico later.
Tico.
I only know. I know Boots.
Popularity
Swiper,
of the show is awful
And
and
Map.
was not.
and Map
And backpack.
and Backpack.
Popularity of the show is awful and was no needed for this. SpongeBob's popularity did this way better, except for season 6 and season 7, because the writers.
Does this person think Tico's the monkey?
This guy's joking, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think English
Also,
is his
I'm
first language.
still not quite sure what he's trying to say.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm
think it was
looking
very
up Tico.
clear.
He obviously didn't learn anything from the show.
Okay, so Tico is what is he? Oh, he was a little. I don't know what animal he was, but he was the little purple guy with the yellow car.
Oh, he was the.
He spoke
What kind of animal was he?
specifically only Spanish. I
Yeah.
think.
This person had a problem with Tico, who was just.
Okay, I'm
Not
going
in
on, I'm
even
going on the
every
Dora
episode?
Wiki. He's a
Yeah.
dark purple squirrel. All right. all right.
And he only spoke Spanish. I remember that.
And he
Yes.
thought, and they
And,
thought
like, they
the
had a
map was
trans-
annoying.
Yeah.
I wonder if the movie's taking like this conversation or like the review
He
to
knows
heart.
how to fly a helicopter, which is interesting.
What the?
Good for
How?
him.
A
Good for
squirrel?
Tico.
I mean, he was driving a car, which is impressive to begin
Yes,
my
with.
that's
God.
fair. That's totally fair.
And like the other greatest thing about Google reviews is that there's people that speak in all caps non-stop.
Yeah, this is why I don't go on the internet, because
21
it's
people found this
mostly
one
crazy
helpful.
people.
Diego and Dora have last names?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Wait,
guess.
what?
Explorer.
Diego's last name is Marquez.
What is
He's 8.
what
How
is
old
what is
Elves?
Dora?
Wasn't it Go Diego Go? Was that his TV show?
Yeah, that was his show.
Yes.
I never watched it.
I'm looking for like on the wiki. I'm looking for a link that'll take me to Dora's profile. Dora the Explorer. Okay, her last name is also Marquez. So
I mean, yeah, they're cousins.
Cousin Diego,
well,
you're so skinny and tall.
They can, but
she
like
is 7 years old until season 5, in which she turns 8.
wow, they age.
Wow, unlike Ash, catch him.
or Stewie or Simpson characters, you know.
Yeah. Or Timmy Turner.
Did Timmy Turner not
No,
age?
he did.
Yeah. Well, he aged once, twice, 3 times.
There was
So-
a live
Channel
action.
Chasers.
No, there was a live action.
So
Yeah, there was a live action thing where he was in high school and like. He
oh,
did
you mean
2D.
played by Drake Bell?
Yeah, played by Drake
Oh
Bell.
my
Let's
god!
not.
And then,
Okay,
like-
in a minute, student center basement.
Okay,
Student Center
so
Basement, yes.
The Student Center Basement. They got rid of all the lovely parts of the Student Center Basement and
Yeah.
made it into a complete like awfulness.
I would have been completely fine if they would have kept the
fireplace.
The fireplace.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, where was the fireplace at?
It was in the
was
back
not-
corner, back right corner.
It's where that like new
Oh,
study
you're
room
right,
is.
yeah.
It just looks sterile down
It's
there.
Yeah.
it looks like
The lighting's
it looks
too
like it's
flat,
a
it's
part of
not
the
warm.
library,
Yeah.
and I'm like, we already have one of those.
It
Oh,
doesn't.
yeah,
it
that's
doesn't
right,
feel
'cause-
welcoming.
No, it
Like,
was so
there's a
comforting.
there's a
It
pool
was
table.
small lighting,
Mm-hmm.
and like
There
it
were
was
two-
very
two-
like if you want to
two
go there
pool
and
tables.
study and like
Yeah.
relax, it was the perfect place to do
It
it.
looks like a hip church basement.
Yeah.
Like
And then
You're
like,
right, and I hate that you're right. But
and,
yeah,
like,
it's a
the-
bit. It's.
I mean,
it's-
even when like Jasmine's was in there, that's when it was perfect.
you mean Jazzman's?
Jasmine's.
Yeah.
Jazzman. The only
No.
thing they
Uh,
haven't changed is the TV. That TV is in the same spot, playing
Yeah.
the same dumb TV
And
station.
the Quaker.
It's not open.
And
It's not
quicker.
open anymore, right? Because I remember going down there when that area was all open.
No, yeah, it's
And like,
yeah, there's like weird like blocked off spaces for no
So
reason.
weird.
yeah, and then like it's like their seating doesn't look comfortable at all, and then like half the spacing now is just all like study
I
rooms.
don't know if I have an old
or-
picture of it.
They put in the LGBTQ center, and it was like, all right, cool.
and then they expanded
That's
it.
fine. And they expanded it, and then they just put in just like study rooms around the perimeter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they moved out all of carpeting and like really comfortable seating and
Yeah.
moved in just like
Like the
weird
booth seating that was like right by the
Yeah.
coffee shop.
Like I would have had no problem with like them renovating it if they just fixed that one wall where like the outlets just didn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like that like it was perfect down there.
Yeah,
just
that's
fix
where
up, like,
when I was on campus and I was not in Franklin Hall, I was in the student center basement because it was cozy and
Yeah.
comfortable and.
Well, that was where like I spent spent
Yeah.
most of my freshman year down there. That was how I met. I don't know if that's how I met you, but that's how I met Jenna and Ash.
Yeah, I
Was
mean,
literally they just came to the basement. And
Oh,
I was like,
yeah, I remember,
them.
yeah.
Oh.
yeah, I mean, we had classes together, and I would see you in class, but then like I would see you down there, and I'd be like, oh, that's him.
Like that was like because I met Ash in class, but then I also met Jenna and Ash like in the student center at the bottom, like because they were all in that
Yes.
corner and the other people were playing.
I
pool.
remember
It was like-
Ash was watching Avatar a lot.
I remember they were playing Neopets. It was so dumb.
I would
At
always
least,
look
at least
up.
they put a kitchenette down there, you know.
Yeah.
At least they.
I mean-
at least I can microwave my lunch.
I'm glad
They had that before.
Yeah.
They had the microwave before.
Hey, listen.
It was always
if you,
across
if
from
you,
the coffee
at
shop.
least if you lose your flash card, the office is just right there.
Yeah, but you also have to pay like $15 to get a new one.
20.
You know, I would
25.
love
Is
to.
it
I
that?
would love
Yeah.
to get a.
I know because
wow.
I'm a Kent State tour guy.
I would love to get a new thing because like
If it-
when they took my picture for this thing, they're just like, okay, sit down.
Oh, I'm
like,
a little baby
when
in
when
mine.
when is the picture gonna be taken? And as I'm in like mid thought of when it's gonna be taken, they're like, all right, you're good. I'm like, what?
I'm not pulling out
Oh,
my
And I'm just like-
damn.
This is great
Oh,
for the visual
damn.
portion of our audio podcast.
Oh,
Everyone's just
nice.
pulling out their cards except for me. 'cause
I
I'm
can.
not pulling mine
I think I
out.
can also
This
pull
is
out my
great.
Akron one.
You are so clean. In
I
this.
look optimistic, but this was.
I think
back-
I have my Akron one at home.
This was right at the
Oh, I
end of
cut
me
out my
being
Akron one.
fat.
I
And
wanted
then
to.
I had acne, and I was
was-
optimistic for a college career.
And now you're just broken.
Yeah, I want to pretend to lose this.
I came
and
here
get a new
broken.
one and take a new picture
Dude,
and just
I
see
lost.
how it
I lost my
compares.
flash card like last year before summer or something like that. And like halfway through the middle, it was like your card has been found. You can pick it up at the flash card office in the student center. I'm like, who the hell found it
I actually
and
just
brought it
stole
back?
I actually just stole it.
Also, like, what were they gonna do with my flash card? Huh? Steal my account? Get into my money that I don't have in there?
They
Pay
could
off,
have. They
pay
could
off
have.
my financial aid? Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
They could have
I
used
lost
mine
my
for flash
keys
cash.
on campus last night those that I just threw are my spare. I lost them on campus, and I spent 2 hours on campus retracing my steps looking for them. And the only thing I could my car was not stolen. So the only thing I can think that happened is that someone threw them in one of the random lost and founds on campus, or someone just stole my keys and decided to keep them for no reason.
That's a great way to.
I mean, there are people that kind of steal keys and walk around parking lots just hoping to find something.
Well, they sure as shit didn't find mine.
Yeah. I mean,
not yet.
Not yet.
But there goes your car.
Oh, yeah. If my car just isn't in the lot when I'm done with this podcast, I know what happened.
Yeah.
And I'll call. I don't know. I don't even think I have a tracker on my car.
That same thing happened.
You have a vehicle number on your car though.
The VIN.
Yeah.
I mean, you could also just be like, "Yo, this is my license plate. Please be able to look
Yeah.
at it."
Somebody.
That same thing
That's
happened
the
to me,
easiest
though.
way to go
I'm
about
more
it.
excited about getting my keys back than my car. I'm like, yeah.
It's like, oh, finally, my keys. My wheels are gone, but my keys.
Yeah. But like that happened to me, but I lost my apartment keys, and it was.
Oh yeah,
I
you
remember
remember
that,
that.
yeah.
It was when it snowed like consistently for like a week, and
oh,
it was
Yeah,
like
it was that
super
big snowstorm,
and
then
like
we had like no school for like 2 days or whatever.
and I was like one night it was like kind of late. It was not that late because it was just dark, and I was like I'm gonna go out and brush my car off, and because it stopped snowing, I was like I'm gonna brush my car off because I need to go to the store soon, and hopefully dig out my car too. So I go out and I'm wearing sweatpants and I like brush off my car. I get in to start it, and somehow from me going to my car, getting in it to start it and warm it up and brushing it off to going back to my back inside, I lost my keys.
Yeah, and they just like disappear, right?
They were just I was like they were in the snow.
Find them?
No, I never found them even when the snow melted.
I remember you
Never found
messaged me because I had to like help you with something, and you're like, "Can you also like bring a shovel because I might need to dig out the snow?"
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought I had to dig out my car, but then maintenance were like, "Hey, do you need help?" And I'm like the next morning, because I went out to look for them. They're like, "Hey, do you need help?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So they like dug me out, but then I was like, "Still can't find my keys." And I like literally thought they were in my car. Like I thought they slid out of my pocket in my car, but they weren't there. And then I was like, okay, I'll just wait for the snow to melt. And then the snow melted. It got to a point when it melted completely, and I was like, they're just gone. I just don't know where they went.
I really wish that like
I have a pair of spares now, but like I'm only thinking like either someone had to have spot them, turn them in, and then the managers in the office are like, oh, these must be his keys. Well, he already paid for the spare, so I guess he doesn't need these.
I wish that there were like moments where I actually did have a car problem and it wasn't just my fault. There was one time where I was parking, or one semester at Akron. I would alternate between 2 different lots because when you have a parking pass at Akron, you can pretty much park anywhere.
They don't care.
Yeah.
Akron has so many parking decks and parking lots that they're just like,
Oh,
yeah.
that's
So
much
like,
better than ours.
yeah.
yeah.
So like,
well, it's a city,
Yeah.
so like they have like a bajillion parking decks and parking like spots that you can park in. I mean, sometimes you have to walk a little bit further to get to campus,
but like
it's
on Mondays and Wednesdays I would have 2 different, like I would have a class, and then on Thursdays and Fridays I would have a different class.
Yeah, just like it is here.
Yeah, and like Monday and Wednesday I parked in like in the lot over by Simmons Hall.
Yeah.
Or like I think it's Simmons. Am I right? It's like the glass thing where like advisors sometimes were. I think I don't know. I parked.
Remember that?
I don't remember where.
I've never been to Akron
listen.
campus.
It was
so
like
Simmons. Yeah.
Simmons Hall. I parked
across the street of like and then there was that. Yeah, I know exactly.
And then like
what
other
you're
days I
Exactly.
would park
The snaps.
south of campus, like in that parking deck over by Exchange Street.
exchange parking deck.
Yeah. So like I would alternate through that every now and again. And there was one day where I didn't have class on Thursday, and I parked over in Simmons, and I went. Or at least I thought I parked over in Simmons because I went to class and I fucked around the student center for a little while.
There goes another one.
Yeah, whatever.
That's
Listen,
number 6.
it's explicit. It's whatever.
Thanks,
like,
Dora.
But like I hung around campus for a while. I worked on some of my projects. I did some of my stuff. It was late in the semester.
we probably got lunch together.
Maybe, yeah, probably. And like around the end of it, I was ready to go home. I went into Simmons and I went into the parking spaces where I usually was. I'm like holding my keys, like. Where is it?
Did you park over on the other parking deck?
Hold on, I'm like, where is it? Where is it?
This is some water cooler talk right now.
Yeah. Where is it? Where is it? I parked on the other side of campus, so I had to walk all the way down.
About that?
I don't know, man. Because like I alternate too much, and like when it comes to Kent State, because I only park in like 2 different parking spaces. Like I park in Midway, and then the actually no, I park in 3. Mondays I park like over in the Performing Arts. Then like every other day it's either Midway or the Rec Center.
Oh, well, that happens to me all the time. Where like I'll be super late one day, so I'll park in the visitors lot. And I'll, like, at the end of classes, I'll walk all the way to Schwartz, and I'll get to where I think my car is, and I'll just shout, shit, and just, like, walk over to visitors, just defeated.
I've gotten a whole lot better at finding my car whenever I lose it.
I mean, I took the metro to Akron every day.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I had to walk from the metro station.
If your metro don't like you.
You go like that. He said metro station, and you weren't just like, shake it.
Yeah,
shake it.
We already had the music.
Who's the buy?
Viacom, Metro Station.
I had to walk from the metro station to campus every day, which was like a mile walk, which was not bad. But but then I got here and I like didn't walk because I was only in like one building ever. So
can't wait to get that Lincoln Pass next year. Pay that sweet $200.
Get a Lincoln Pass?
I almost bought a pass for this year.
What?
Just to park in C lots.
What?
And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna keep with taking the bus and walking.
You didn't know that?
Steve Harvey's on campus?
Yeah, Steve Harvey was in the Schwabel room on the 3rd floor of the Student Center.
Oh, yeah?
We saw him eating.
Why didn't we get him on the podcast?
Well,
it's not too late. You should tweet at him.
There are times where I forget. There are times that I forget that he went to Kent State.
And that's the extent of it. Went.
Yeah, he went like everybody else did.
Yeah,
everybody else went and dropped out. Drew Carey went, dropped out.
Yeah,
or he was expelled actually.
Was he?
Yeah,
I think Michael Keaton went and dropped out. Like Michael Keaton,
he went and dropped out. We have one
of the guys from the Eagles. I think went here for like a month.
We have one porn actress.
Antonio Gates graduated.
Hey,
he's the tight end for the Chargers, but he played basketball at Kent State.
Well, at least sports people had graduated, but anyone that is in entertainment.
Well, yeah, they got.
You guys ever think about how it would have been different if LeBron decided to play football? No. He did football in high school.
How different would it be if Michael Jordan actually stuck around
and
played baseball?
Injured to play basketball.
What happens if Michael Jordan actually stuck around to play baseball?
What happens if like
think of that career.
Think of that career, man.
Only played
Space Jam. Space Jam 2 is a thing.
I'm just
LeBron James.
LeBron.
I don't think. I feel like it's just.
But they're struggling to get people to join him.
I think the problem
they're like the how like the Monster Squad.
Monstars.
The Monstars are like made up of like other NBA players.
Yeah.
They're struggling to get people who want to.
Wait, why are they bringing the Monstars back?
I don't know if they're bringing the Monstars back, but I think they're trying to bring back like a. I don't know if it's like if it's Space Jam 2 or if it's just like
a redone,
Space Jam just with LeBron James.
No, it's supposed to be Space Jam 2 with LeBron James now instead of Michael Jordan.
Exactly. So it's not really Space Jam 2. It's just Space Jam with LeBron James.
With LeBrangus Jangs.
LeBrangus.
The greatest of players.
I know what time it is.
I'm just letting you know. We're just over an hour.
We're over an hour, but like it's fine.
What's the longest you've ever gone?
An hour 30.
Yeah.
Oh,
30.
Yeah.
I wanted the IFF podcast to go 2 hours, but then like halfway through it was really hot in the room, and
it's starting to get pretty warm in here right now.
It's these lights here too.
Yeah, they're right at me.
And I like how there's no need for them.
I mean, like it's cool. It's nice.
It's a nice lighting.
Yeah.
Little like just on the table.
It's warm. It's inviting. It's also like, hey, the spotlight's not on me.
Yeah.
It's
but like I am the host.
Honestly, I did like it over there more.
Oh yeah. When I was sitting over there,
they took a lot more time to do the sounds.
I remember watching
for this room than they did for the Foley rooms.
Every time we come in
this
here,
was Jackson. Jackson did this.
I remember watching Jackson and Sid do this.
Yeah, me too.
The problem is though that they can't nail these into the wall. They're just like pinned in, so that's why they're.
I mean, they're gonna have to fix the wall anyway. There's a lot of pins.
Well, I think they should redo the Foley room as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, they have enough.
It's not really a Foley room, is it?
No,
it's like
it's just a room
that
with
you
Foley
place a
stuff in it.
giant wooden divider in front of.
Like
it's aren't even really helpful because it's not like that they do anything anyways.
Yeah.
Like they really could just like take one of the rooms, like maybe even.
Professor Holgren.
Professor Scott.
Professor Hologram. Had said that they're trying to switch the audio suites to the other side and like the room 106, which is the
is that across the hall?
Which is like the prop room for KSUIF. That they're gonna change it, and that will be the audio suite.
For
so
those
it's away
106.
Yes.
I thought 106 was gonna be the focal point room.
Well, that's what it is right
Focal
now.
Point's getting their own room.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we've been told. Like, Focal Point, we've
already got like a photo studio and stuff.
Yeah, but like we also like had to help clean out 106 because they wanted to change that into their office.
Well, that's where they meet. I didn't know if that was their new office.
Also, I would just like to say the entire advising wing room is just completely empty.
Yeah, that could be used as something.
For those listening that don't know, and by that I mean the four of us who are listening back to this later.
And our one audience.
And our one audience member.
Zach Gozen.
Yeah, for Zach Gozen. Franklin Hall, which is the journalism and digital media production building, the film building, did something genius when it was first being turned into the film building, which is they put all of the audio recording suites on the side closest to the street. Lincoln and there Road. Is a street, Lincoln Street or Drive or whatever.
Lincoln Street.
Lincoln, the road is directly next to the building, and so
right by the stop sign too.
Yeah,
at that
and to make matters worse, there are windows in there for no reason. So there's just windows in these suites where you're trying to record, and like a loud ass truck will drive by.
Also, Scott has said usually post sound is from like 5:30 to 8:15. Because that way it's like later at night, not too many cars passing by.
Mm-hmm. But then you get
next semester it's like 12:15 through like 2:30.
Oh, that's a terrible idea.
No.
Yeah. So that's gonna suck for him because
it could be worse. It could be like 3:45, 5, like when everyone's starting to leave.
Oh God.
And also you in the 105F, which is like the main Foley suite, you have like that generator or
it's the electric closet or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
the electronics.
Whatever's in there, he's like, it doesn't work. It's just sitting in there.
And also, like they
don't use it anymore. It's just sitting in
for
there.
the projector.
In the major Foley room, there's a projector in there that acts like a second screen most of the time. But like that's the loudest thing in the world.
Yeah, they don't use it anymore. They just use the TV.
Yeah,
they don't even use the projector. They could take that out. They could take out the electrical closet because it's what makes the hum is like a broken thing that like they're like it's just sitting in there because we don't have anywhere to put it. They're like, well, if you move that, you get rid of the hum, so that clears up most of the audio.
The problem with Franklin Hall is that there's really no perfect place to do sound recording in it.
No, I mean honestly,
except the TV studio,
except this room, baby.
Yeah, I mean this is not okay, kind of, because we also got the newsroom and there's people talking behind us in a window right there. But like it's fine. It's not too crazy because you can hear the AC or like the HVAC or whatever.
Yeah, but that's comforting.
It is comforting.
It's comforting.
It's that white noise.
It's good white noise. But yeah.
So, but from what Scott said, is that they're trying to fix some of those problems, and it's a process for him right now.
I have a bittersweet relationship with the audio recording rooms because
same.
Scott is not gonna like me for this. But I had a class of his called Audio for Digital
Was it your band that was in there recording?
It was not. It was my band.
I had that class with you. I had that class.
Yeah, that class.
I was recording a rap single in there. Yeah. No. So Nathaniel and I had a class together, audio and digital film, and the final project was we had to pick from a certain amount of scenes from movies, and we had to strip all the audio and do all of it ourselves. So we had to re-record lines, we had to Foley, we had to add in white noise, sound effects, all that, music, all of that. So what ended up happening was we were all put into groups to do so, and I was made the group leader of my group, and I 100% forgot about the project until about a week, couple days before it was due. So I sent out...
Who was in your group?
It was me, Jenna.
Was Warbeck? Shelby?
I don't know for sure. I know it was me, Jenna, and Quick for sure, because Jenna and Quick were the ones that showed up at certain points. And that is not at all dissing them or the other group members. I forgot I was the group leader. I dropped the ball, so I told all the rest of them, don't worry about it, I'll do it myself. So I rented out one of the rooms for 9 hours.
Yeah, it was 105B.
Yes,
Because we were in 105F.
Oh yeah. I rented out a room for 3 consecutive time slots for 9 hours. I went in there and I recorded the entire scene and all of James McAvoy's lines from a scene from Trance by myself. And then Jenna came in and recorded Rosario Dawson's lines, left. Quick came in and said, "Hey, how's it going?" I went, "Cool." And then he left. And I did it all myself the day before it was due. I edited it. I made my own sound effects. I picked sound effects. For the soundtrack, I literally just grabbed the exact song that was playing in that scene from the soundtrack and put it over the top.
That's what we did, yeah.
And I did it all. I did it in 6 hours, so I just put a sign on the door that said, if you want it until like 9 p.m., you can have it, because it's reserved technically, and I don't need it anymore. And I just remember being in there for like 6.5 hours, just losing my mind.
Yeah.
Going back over scenes and like opening, like trying to figure out Pro Tools and going through lines and re-recording.
I had Ashley, myself, Matthew Orlenichek, and Tori Goff was in my group. And let's just say half of the group did stuff and half of the group did not do stuff.
Yeah, your guys' group was a mess. And what did you have? Like what movie?
We did the one that had like the most Foley and the most sound effects, which was
the Kingsman.
I like how you still listed the people in your group, so it can be left ambiguous as to who did stuff and who didn't do stuff.
I mean, we all know.
And I like that unironically.
Like everyone here knows which was the person that didn't do it.
I know.
But
we're not going to
Ash.
Yeah. It was. But no, like I remember that project. I thought it was fun.
I like it's what got me into doing wanting to do post sound. So there's that.
There were like cool parts of it. I remember at one point barging into Jordan and Harrison's group, and I was like, "How did you make the gun cocking sound effect?" And Harrison was
they
like,
took the stapler, right?
Yeah, they just went for a stapler, and I was like, "You're shitting me."
Yeah.
I had to take the cocking sound effect of a Glock, like the and then I had to separate both of the cocking sounds and then overlay them to make the revolver sound.
Yes.
We had Kubo, and it was that scene on the boat.
Oh my god,
that was actually really fun. That was really fun.
Showed you guys. I think they showed.
They probably didn't show ours.
Yeah, they didn't show.
Ours was good.
No, I think
like,
they showed yours because I remember Matt's voice.
Really?
No, he wasn't in my group.
Well, they showed Matt's.
Yeah, they showed.
Yeah.
I was.
Oh yeah.
What group were you in?
I was with. Oh God, who was I with? I know. Was it? I can't remember who it was. Was it Ray?
Well, I'm gonna have to head out.
Ray Romano.
Nate Fortin, everybody. Nate Fortin.
Nate Fortin.
Nate.
Thanks for coming.
Let me know when you guys want me back. It was fun.
No, yeah. Well, absolutely.
Hopefully next time I won't actually have other things going on.
You'll have an update on your project?
Yes, I'll have an update on my project.
Yeah.
You're going to go edit it, right? Or
yes.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Both.
All right.
Yeah. Well, there he goes.
Let's talk about movie.
I mean, like, let's.
And now that I'm gone, you can actually, get back.
No, let me finish what I was saying about the Kubo thing.
I forgot you and me were in the same.
Yeah, we were.
There he goes again.
There you go.
But like me and Mike, we had the same movie. We were in different groups.
Yeah.
And our Kubo was better apparently.
Well, yeah, because Scott, for my group, he was like. For my group, he was like, your audio's pans to the left. I'm like, what do you mean?
Oh, yeah, you had that issue where, like, it just rendered out to the left for, like, no reason whatsoever.
And I can't remember who was in my group, but I remember we checked it, and we looked at it, and it was totally fine. Yeah. Like, there was nothing panned.
I think you had Ray in your group.
No, I don't think it was Ray. It was Evan.
Oh, yeah, Evan. There you go.
It was Evan Harms.
I don't know.
We had... In our group, we had Aaron Dixon, Sherman, and I forget who the other person was. I totally am blinking.
Wait a minute. Wait. He's not a DMB major?
I don't think so.
Why was he in the class?
I don't know if he might be like, or maybe he is, because I know he said something to me about like how he's like psych or a psych major or something like that, or doing psych.
A weird amount of psych kids that want to get involved with TV too and like production.
But like I remember because Scott told me that, and I opened the production like project file for that so many times to look to see what was panned. Nothing was panned. Everything was perfectly centered. And he's like, it's only coming out of the left speaker. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I've looked at it so many times. I had Evan look at it. And I think I had someone else in our group look at it too, if I can remember who else was in our group.
Like I remember looking at your guys' stuff too. Like nothing was panned.
Yeah,
it was just a render issue. I don't know what the hell was happening though.
I honestly though I didn't hear it. To be fair, like I did not hear it at all.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't have the ears for audio though, but doing Foley was fun. I enjoyed doing that.
Foley was great. Like because in the Kubo scene there was like the sword that goes into the ship.
Yeah.
There was like a spring that was back there, and that was so fun to do because all I did was just put it on wood.
Oh yeah.
And like that was it. Like that was it. And then of course we had Splash. We literally brought in a fucking bucket of water, and just went like.
There's number 7.
Yeah. It was so
Numero
good.
Siete.
We had like sticks breaking and all that stuff, and Scott was like, "Wow,
Yeah.
good. It was good."
Yeah, your guys was really good.
I mean, I had to play the witch or like what was it, sister or something like that.
Sister, yeah.
Yours
So
was
it
a
was-
lot more ambitious than like the trance scene, because there wasn't even like a gunshot. It was just James McAvoy being really scared and opening a drawer and picking out a gun. That's the whole
Have
scene.
you ever seen Trance?
I have not seen Trance.
It's a weird
but I know
film.
everything about it because whenever I don't have the motivation to actually see a movie, I just look up the Wikipedia summary.
Yeah,
And I'll see it eventually, but I know exactly what happens.
Yeah, it's some movie.
It's some movie.
It's some movie.
Remember reading the summary and being like, yeah, all right. That's
I guess that's enough for me today. But like, yeah, let's talk about Joker for
Like
a
when
little
I-
second.
ooh. I got a real
That was a very quick transition. I
that
like
was.
jarring.
I got a
Then again, we
real
are like over an hour.
Yeah.
annoying bone to pick with DC, which is like cocky of me to say. Anytime someone says like, I got a bone to pick with insert giant corporation, it's like, you think DC gives a shit about your opinion?
DC doesn't care.
Is
I
that
mean,
more
like,
Warner
no, they
Brothers,
don't give a
though?
shit about mine.
it is more
but
Warner Brothers, yeah.
Sure.
But like, I don't know. When I looked at Joker, I thought the film was like it brings me to like Dark Knight stuff rather
Yeah.
than like anything that's newer, and that's good. I wasn't a fan of Jared Leto as the Joker. Anyway.
Oh, most people were.
Like I hated how he looked.
Hey, no
Yeah.
damage tattoo on his forehead.
No
That's
damage
immediate.
tattoo, but like
Yeah.
he actually looks like a clown, and they're going with like the what's his name? Like
Red Hood.
Yeah, the Red Hood story with Arthur
Yeah.
Fleck and all that stuff.
It is kind of strange that like, I mean, I'm part of me is completely fine with the whole he doesn't fall into a vat acid thing, but it's weird that he literally just looks like a clown with green hair. Like I thought it was gonna be.
I mean, like, there's
Like he
there's
dyed his hair green.
Yeah, because there's that entire scene in the trailer or the shot in the trailer where he's like pulling back his gums into like a fake smile, and it looks
Yeah.
like he's borderline about to rip his lips.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe something like that's gonna happen in the movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
My one gripe though.
I think he's just like kind of forcing it back to give that Jack Nicholson look.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. My one thing though was that like I kind of didn't like the line of where he's like, I realize my life isn't a tragedy, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
I kind of did not like that line.
No,
It's in the whole like my mom told me, and then like my life is a comedy. It's like this feels a little try-hardy,
Yeah.
a little.
I love Joaquin Phoenix. I really do.
Mm,
Like any movie that he's in is really good, but like that did feel cringy
yeah.
because
I mean, at a
it's
certain
also
point,
like
you cannot.
this
say
is
the
like
line.
the seventh. This is like the seventh iteration of the Joker, like
It's
live
like,
action.
At the very least, it's
think so.
like There's even an Onion article about it that was like, what is it, like DC introduces new take on Joker to same generation of fans, because it's
Yeah.
been like the third or
Yeah.
fourth iteration of Joker in like the last decade or so.
And like if that is counting animation, then a whole lot.
Oh my God, yeah.
Mark Hamill did it the best though.
Mark Hamill did it. Like there are a lot of actors who did it.
I think he voiced the Joker the most.
He
though.
he voiced the Joker in like the Justice League shows.
He was like one of the first like big like examples of like what the Joker should be, and so I
Yeah.
think that's why so many people were like, "Oh, that's Joker. That's
Yeah.
just him."
But
Same
like
with,
he's
Kevin
going
Conroy.
off like him and
Yeah.
Kevin Conroy, yeah. But like Mark Hamill's also going off of like somebody just to kind of get that look. He's not kind of like making his own. He had made his own,
Yeah.
but like he had to go off somebody.
Heath
the first
Ledger
time.
was like a new take, and this just feels like the most like straightforward. The new Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. It seems like the most like straightforward Joker take. Like
Yeah.
it's literally just like, it seems to me like a movie that could have been good even if it wasn't about the Joker. Even if it was just about a stand-up comedian going insane and like a clown going insane, that looks interesting still. Like, you could have this movie and take away all of the Gotham City, Arkham State Hospital, Arthur Fleck, all that.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't know if I am excited for this. Only because it's still like you said, it falls into the realm of like the Dark Knight, like kind of era, I guess. Like it feels like it's the Dark Knight, but at the same time, it's just weird that like it's not gonna be connected at all to anything like that.
Because this is the first reboot.
Yeah.
Like it's like this is. I think I haven't seen Shazam yet, but I think Shazam. But I think
Shazam.
I think like Shazam is his own film. Like there's no other.
Oh really?
Yeah, like it's like it doesn't have
DC
Superman or anything like that.
Goddamn mess right now, because like Marvel has this huge, ambitious, amazing crossover. With all of these interconnected
But they've been doing that for
stories.
like over 10 years.
Yeah,
and
it's all these interconnected stories that like are reaching a fever pitch with Endgame, and then like over at DC, it's like you have the DCEU with like the main storyline, and they're still doing Wonder Woman, but Ben Affleck isn't Batman anymore. But Suicide Squad is getting rebooted, but also
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey is happening, and no one's sure if Margot Robbie is going to be Harley Quinn in that and the new Suicide Squad.
There's also a Flash movie that has like 7 different directors that keep dropping.
Yeah. What else? Well, I mean,
the Batman movie.
The Batman movie, and they
Henry
don't
Cavill's
know
no
for
longer
sure.
Superman.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah,
that's
like
right.
he dropped as Superman. So like
he's no longer Superman.
He's the Witcher though.
Yeah, he's the
yeah,
Witcher.
Yeah, and then this new Joker movie, where like it's set in the 80s, and it looks like minimum Joker looks like he's like 30s, like mid 30s, and Bruce Wayne is like 8 years old at this point, which means that at the earliest, usually I think Bruce Wayne becomes Batman around like 25. So let's say in like around 15 years, which puts the Joker at like 50 years old when he becomes Batman. And then most iterations of Batman are around 35, 40, which puts the Joker at like 60 years old if you want to do like a main Batman storyline. And that's just the only weird part to me.
Well, you gotta remember also the amazing, stellar job they're doing with Gotham.
Listen. I'll give.
What time is that? What time zone is this?
Oh God.
I know. I'll give them one thing, and that's that Joker at least is like, I don't know, early 20s. So like it's not too much of an age difference, and it looks like Bruce Wayne is like 15, 17.
The thing is with Marvel, there's like 2 universes. There's like the animated universe,
and then whatever
like,
one X-Men.
Then there's like
in.
live action. Oh yeah, but also X-Men too. But there's like I'm talking about like Marvel Studios itself.
Yeah.
Like with that whole iteration, there's only like 2 different kinds of like stuff. And with DC, you got like animated, you got TV, you got movies. Like movies have like 4 or 5 different universes in them.
Yeah.
The TV has like 3.
Oh, the animated series, yeah. Well, not animated series, but like the series they're even on DC Universe on their streaming platform.
Yeah.
Titans is its own universe.
Stargirl.
Young Justice is back. Yeah. I think is Stargirl part of like Flash and Arrow?
No, that's on the DC Universe.
All right, is that same as Teen Titans? Is that what it is?
Titans is on the DC Universe. Yeah,
with no Cyborg.
No,
but for some reason he's in Doom Patrol, which I think might be the same universe.
I think it's. I think DC Universe is the same universe, and like I feel like if they really felt like it, like I know
it's
the problem. Mess.
I know the problem here. Marvel is a great example of having communication.
Yes.
While DC is an example of departments and just not talking to each other. Like they're just like Warner Brothers, just like go have fun, like go out there, make something.
The DC in DC stands for disconnect.
Yeah, there it is.
Like
that's what it stands for. Not Detective Comics.
Or discommunication.
That's my favorite part about DC Comics is that it stands for Detective Comics. I love it so much.
Yep.
It's so stupid.
I mean, I love DC. I love some of the.
I love the DC superheroes and villains.
I just hate how DC is doing their entertainment with it.
Yeah.
Like their stories are great. I love the Flash. I love his character. I love everything that has to do with his stories. But like, the movie did him so much injustice that I just hated it, and I want him like gone or fixed. And like the show is kind of getting that way too with me, where they're just kind of filling it out there and hopefully something's going to happen with it. Like, I still love The Flash. I just don't like what they're doing with the entertainment. Like, they're not giving their shit the time of day they need.
Yeah.
I'm real worried about the new Suicide Squad because, like...
Oh, we talked about it, I think, on the last podcast that we recorded.
It was the... I think
before
it was
spring
the
break.
one. Wasn't it the iPhone one?
No, it was the one before spring break, the Friday.
Yeah.
The one that came out during spring break. We talked about how James Gunn has... He's rebooting it, but like it's not going to be the same cast of characters that were introduced for the first one. It's going to be a whole new list, and it's because I remember telling you it's Killer Shark,
King Shark.
King Shark, right? King Shark's going to be in it. Polka Dot Man, Rat something or King. What is
King Shark, Polka Dot Man. Is Killer Croc still in it?
No, he's not in it.
Oh, are they doing like a whole?
They're doing a whole
Suicide
new,
Squad?
whole new Suicide Squad.
I mean, with one returning character,
But
not the same character.
Harley Quinn.
No, Deadshot. It's no longer Will Smith. It's
but like Harley Quinn is like one of the like staple characters.
Yeah, and apparently
Suicide
she's not
Squad.
gonna be in it though, or it's not. It's
man.
not talked about that she's in it yet.
Because it's the Birds of Prey thing.
Yeah.
And also, like, at the end of Suicide Squad 1. Is this like a reboot of Suicide Squad? Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
James
reboot.
Gunn, I think, has said that he's completely rebooting it.
Okay.
It's like
Spider-Man.
I don't know if it's gonna be alright because like Suicide Squad is just like it's just DC Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well, yeah, that's what I said on that podcast. That like, if anyone's gonna be able to do this, it's James Gunn.
Yeah.
Because he did it with Guardians. No one knew who Guardians were until James Gunn touched it, and now it's like here's these random people, like cast of characters that no one knows, but here they are.
Yeah.
And
But
look
like
how cool
everybody
they are.
knows Suicide Squad because DC flopped it.
Well,
the
yeah,
smallest part
And it's
of me
an Oscar
really-
winning.
There's a very tiny part of me that thinks that Suicide Squad could have been saved if it had gotten the R rating.
Yeah.
If it had been an R-rated movie, there could have been so much more they could have done with it. Because it's like serial killers and horrible people trying to quote unquote save the world. Or in this case, hopefully they wouldn't be saving the world. They'd be like, I don't know, trying to kill the Joker or something.
But that's like going the Deadpool route, where like Deadpool had to be rated R, and it was great. But like that's like trying to say like any movie that like has a set of violent characters to where they're super violent in the comics but not in movie, that like everyone says, oh, it'll be better. It would have been better if it was rated R.
Yeah.
I mean, Logan was good because it was rated R, but not only that was because Hugh Jackman does such a great job playing Wolverine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was like his final movie as Wolverine as well.
Hopefully DC does something to fix themselves, or like just take a breather. Like go sit in the sauna for a good while.
Yeah.
DC.
I still want to see. I kind of want to see Shazam though.
Yeah, I really do. It's a good film apparently.
Yeah. Someone I found on Instagram that someone edited. I guess there's a shot in Shazam when Billy wakes up sits up on the subway, and someone edited it from Billy getting up on the subway to look him. He looks down one way of the cart that he's on.
Yeah.
And someone edited to make the cut to where Joker's laughing on the subway, like from the shot of the trailer, and it's like actually it looks believable that like they're in the same like aisle, and he just like sits up and looks down and then sees Joker laughing.
I love fans. I love fans so much. I love the internet.
Fans kind of make most of it, like sometimes they make stuff better than like anything that comes out.
Sometimes.
I'm not. That's why like I was about to say most of the time, but then Tumblr popped in my mind. I was like, no. Like, like you ever go on Tumblr to like your favorite DC hero? Like you're gonna find a lot
I
of
was
crap.
so utterly confused on my tour today because I was walking families through the courtyard of Centennial Courts towards residential campus, and this girl comes out of one of Centennial Courts, and she has on like just pastel colors with this giant pastel rainbow like cardigan that like the sleeves go past the end of her arms and her hands. It like goes down past her knees, and she has this giant bubblegum blue like anime hair. and she just like walks by, just like not acknowledging us, and everyone on my tour just like looked at her as she walked past, and I didn't know what to say. I was like, all right.
It's like, you got a problem with that? Like,
I didn't want to like turn around and be like, oh, she's weird, right? Like,
he's like, now you could just talk about diversity on the campus.
Yeah, that would have been.
I mean, you really could have. Like, you could have just been like
weird. It'd be a weird segue for.
It wouldn't be a weird segue if you did it correctly. Like,
but it'd be such a weird.
Now here's the Mac Annex that's full of diverse people around Kent State campus. We have a whole bunch of diverse characters.
It'd be, I don't know. It would be very patronizing because it's like, nope, this isn't about race or culture or anything. This is about this girl that really likes anime.
It's also probably best that like no one acknowledges it anyway. Because, like, that should be a norm. Like, it is a norm around here, I would say.
What? No.
Let's end the podcast.
I've seen, like, 2 girls ever walk around like that.
I've seen, like...
Which is a poor way to phrase it.
We're so far off track here, but we're also pretty far over. Movies. Well, what else is there to talk about?
Not a lot came out
we got our tickets to see Endgame. Though that's coming up. You saw Us, didn't you?
I did not.
You didn't?
No.
What?
I have not yet.
Wait, what did you go to see after class on Monday?
We did not. We ended up not going to the movies.
I've had Us spoiled for me, but only because I don't think I was gonna see it.
I was so mad because I was on Twitter.
I didn't even see Get Out like when it came out.
I was on Twitter.
It was so good.
And my old boss from Subway that I still follow on Twitter decided to retweet every single damn thing that came out in that movie. So like I got the names of like the creatures in that movie were spoiled for me. And like what the ending of the film was, and like all of it was through memes, and I understood all of it, and it made me angry. Cause like, oh, okay, so it's basically this sort of film, and yeah, it is a horror film. Jordan Peele, congratulations, also Jordan Peele.
No, but see, I got it.
Twilight Zones.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That came out, and
Is it not good?
I mean, it's good.
I saw that there's a episode, The Comedian, on YouTube.
Yeah, it's for free, and like it's good.
No,
it's definitely different. It's different.
I want to see Us, but I'm already wary of seeing it because YouTube immediately started recommending me Us movie ending explained videos.
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, oh, the third act is going to be like some kind of huge twist or whatever.
That's the thing for me, though. If I'm unsure, because I wasn't sure about seeing Get Out when that came out, so I just heard from like friends that saying like, oh, it's really good, it's really scary, it's like you gotta go see it. And then like I was like, yeah, I'll get around to see it. But I don't have like a group of people to really go see horror films with. Like I don't usually like, it's not something that I'm like, hey, let's go see a scary movie. I usually wait until like around Halloween or something to be like, hey, let's go see some scary movies.
Yeah.
So I don't like openly go out to just like I'm not in the mood usually all the time.
What did we see
movies.
on Halloween? Did we see Predator?
Yeah, we saw The Predator.
Yeah. And
which was not that great.
It was not that great.
And made me rewatch the original Predator.
Yeah, Predator was pretty bad. Wow,
yeah, it's like we've gone for a while. This is
we're actually we're very close to the time where we have to get out of this room. Damn.
Yeah.
This is our longest podcast yet, everybody.
Yeah, probably. It's an hour 30.
Hour 32.
Yeah.
Wow, how do I end this? Where do we start? Well, let's start with the Kent State Film Festival, where KSUIF presents the Kent State Film Festival. That's going to be happening May 3rd from 7 to 10 p.m. If you really want to get your stuff in, there are still free submissions to Kent State students. If you want to submit a project that you did during or after the fall semester of 2017, there is still time for you to do so. It is open to the public. Anybody can come in and watch.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell your dog. Tell your cat. Tell any pet. Maybe a snake.
Tell your kids. Tell your wife.
Hide your kids. Hide your wife. Because the Kent State Film Festival
is coming at you.
It's coming at you live.
Cleopatra.
I mean, that's really all that Kent State has to say, or what we have to say for KSUIF. Except for we had recently just held our last meeting. If you have not gone to that last meeting and you want to be updated on what happened,
check the website.
Check the website. The presentation is up there. It was a very fun one.
Yep.
A very, very fun
meeting. We talked about it at the beginning.
But other than that, that's all we have for the KSUIF podcast. Thanks for joining us this week. I hope you all have
Nate didn't plug any of his, like, where to find him.
Oh no.
It's all right. We have Aaron here now. Aaron, you can plug where people can
Where
find
to find
you.
Nate.
Yeah, you can plug where to find Nate and yourself.
I think if I remember, I don't know his handle, but I think Nate's Twitter is like.
I think it's just.
Does he care about his Twitter, or did he make like a Twitter for like his?
He has a Twitter. He has his own Twitter.
I think it's like _Thano_.
Like that's his name. But
no,
like
that's his Instagram.
No, that's his Instagram.
That's his Instagram, but his Twitter.
See pics if you want to see what Nate
his
looks
Twitter
like.
his Twitter is a play on his full name.
All right.
So it's Nate R410.
Okay.
I gotcha.
I'm not on Twitter, so you know.
That's Nate R410.
Yep, that's Nate's stuff. Go give him a follow. But Aaron, where do we find you?
So, you can find me on Twitter at AARHLU. It's the first 3 letters of my first and last name, which is just enough that future employers can't find me on Twitter.
Perfect.
Please follow Aaron Hluch on Twitter.
You can find me on Instagram. This is the first time I've ever plugged anything, and it feels wrong.
No, yeah, it does.
It feels
sometimes.
so wrong. It's Insta Hluch, which I'm fine with employers finding.
Awesome.
It's Insta HLUC.
I mean, if anyone has to feel bad, it's Matt, because he's the one orange cat.
I'm not the I'm the one
large.
I'm the one Mackerman now.
The large orange cat.
After my Twitter was deleted by Twitter themselves for being like, listen, you created this account when you were 13 and you want to say that you're 22 now. I'm sorry. Yeah, you violate our terms of service. Goodbye. I had to create a new Twitter account, and now I'm that one, or the one Mackerman.
Okay.
So everything's good for now. I lost all of my
I'm gonna change
names.
mine to the second Mackerman.
Yeah.
No, you gotta call it Mackerham.
The Mackerham. The one Mackerham.
That's what
Mackerharn. The one Mackerharn. I'm pretty sure she wrote Mackerharn.
I think
that thing.
it looked like Mackerham because there was a dude in front of it that said like Abraham. So like she was just probably going like one word at a time. So it's like whatever.
All right.
Oh God, the mob is coming in. Let's end the podcast right now. But anyway, guys, thanks for coming to the KSUIF podcast. I've been your host. Mike's been your co-host.
That's me.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you
for allowing me to come in late.
Thank you so much for coming in late.
We'll get you next week with Jordan.
Yeah, you're gonna have a much better time. See Aaron next week. Aaron and Jordan are next week. Everybody, woo!
Hopefully,
husbands.
All right, later, everybody.
Bye.
Say goodbye, Aaron.
Goodbye.